3,000 years ago, people arrived into the magnificent isolation of the island continent we call Australia. They came from a time called the Dream Time, when the ancestors awoke from the mud and sang into being every living thing and every non-living thing in the world. For the Aborigines, all the features of Australia, the sweeping red deserts, the vast coral reefs, exquisite rock formations, sparkling rivers, came out of this time of creation. People, these stories are not abstractions afloat in the ether of imagination. They are grounded in real stone, because when the ancestors were finished with their acts of creation, they went back into the land, into the animals, into the people. At Uluru, the ancestors, the stories, and the rock are one and the same thing.
A group of men paint themselves in preparation for a ceremonial dance, a corroboree. Among the Kakadu, there are no longer enough people with the knowledge and skills to perform the ceremonies. This group from neighboring tribes came to help the Kakadu perform their ceremonial obligations. The dancers reenact great deeds and mimic the Dreamtime animals. Through ceremony and compliance with their laws, the Kakadu ensure that their unity with all living things continues. To the Aborigines, Goloban, the black flying fox, is associated with the forces of darkness. Medicine men, who are held in high regard, are also sorcerers. They are often called flying foxmen. Darkness is the time when evil spirits come out from caves and hollow trees. The people do not venture far from the spirit.
Of a vast sea of sand and brush sits Ayers Rock, a colossus shrouded in mystery. It is called Uluru, or the seat of the ancestors, by the original inhabitants of Australia, the Aborigines. It is sacred to them. The adventurers had to traverse this rugged terrain, a challenge to man and beast. Had lived at least 50,000 years on the Australian continent. For a long time, the white man believed them to be wild and primitive because he could not understand their complex religious world. In ritual dances, the Aborigines take on the role of an ancestor. In this case, the possum. Didgeridoo is one of the world's oldest musical instruments, a hollow branch. The sound is made by a special breathing technique and the vibration of the lips. Billy is on the lookout for the bloodwood tree. The best instruments can be fashioned from its branches. but only when they have first been hollowed out by termites. It is impressive how they recognize good branches. Nothing can be seen on the tree from the outside. The termites have done a good job. The first trial already sounds promising. As a guardian of this knowledge, Billy is allowed to paint the didgeridoo with red or yellow ochre, as well as chalk and charcoal. He knows the secret stories which are hidden behind these designs. Only men are allowed to play the didgeridoo at ceremonies, when it is transformed into a holy instrument. Its unearthly sound takes them back to the dream time. To the north coast has been named the Lycon. Do the elders know of the end of the stranger and guard his secret carefully like the legacy of their ancestors? A legacy that was thought to be lost forever when the white man arrived and destroyed the dreamlines.